Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates, and I'm here with another birthday challenge friendship journal entry from one of our lovely crafters. Her name is Mary. But before I start, I have to make a massive apology. I was giving credit to this gorgeous work to the wrong Mary, and even though Mary Hill does gorgeous work, the whole time I was doing this video, I'm like, I don't recognize this as Mary's work. Even though I went on my email, I thought I was checking to see if this was the right entry, but I have 3 Marys that have kindly agreed to enter my challenge, and I got the wrong Mary. So this is Mary Johnson, and her YouTube channel is Mary Tid Bits from the Attic. And I don't think she does videos, but she's a wonderful supporter of our crafting community, and she's always leaving me wonderful comments. And so I'm excited because now I know this is her work, even though she doesn't do videos. It's sort of on a shabby grunge style, and I love it. And so forgive me for messing up. I'm going to try to rectify it, and even though I've gone through the pieces already, it'll be fun to get to show off your work again, Mary, so please forgive me for the big blunder. And this is entry number 13, and Mary gave me this sweet card when I first opened her package. It's a little pocket book with a fabric flower and some bling in the center, and it just says, "Happy birthday wishes for all the coming years. I hope you enjoy the grunge papers for your birthday journal. Please excuse my writing and work crazy hand. LOL. Please enjoy all and use as you wish. Much love and hugs, Mary." Well, I will, Mary, and I'm excited to show everybody what you've created. It's all really wonderful. She had it all in this huge box, and I was so shocked. I'm like, well, it's certainly more than a journal page. And so most of the bundles were tied in this beautiful silk ribbon, and I just love how raw the edges are, and it's this beautiful kind of ecru color. And then there was this pretty piece of tissue paper on top that I'll be able to reuse. And well, what I opened first was not this, so I'm going to save this. She had some things wrapped in beautiful sparkly tissue paper, so I just rewrapped it somewhat. And inside, I'm sorry, there's a little bit of fray in here, but look at this, you guys. Is this not gorgeous? Forgive me, I think I got some stuff on here. Just gonna clean this off a second. There's some frays and things, and I'm just going to clean them off a little bit here. There we go. Look at this tassel. It's absolutely gorgeous. And she's made it with this raw silk, and it's got all these little beads, pearls, and I love how you put the knots on there, and the feathers, and then it's got a ring here that it can hang. And I thought, oh, this would be gorgeous hanging off of a nice big fabric journal, or just to decorate, hang it on a hook or something in my craft space. So thank you so much, Mary, for making this special piece. I just love how shabby it is and fun. You know where else this would be pretty? On the bottom of a dream catcher, which I have these vintage tatted doilies that are framed in an embroidery hoop, and maybe I'll use it for that. But wow, it is just so pretty. Love it. So she gifted me that, and then I kept smelling something fabulous and discovered that it is a little muslin pouch filled with lavender. Can you see that? And it smells wonderful. It's making everything smell so good. And honestly, I'm not sure I've ever had fresh lavender like this before. I spilled a little, but that's okay. It's going to help everything keep smelling really good. So that was a really fun treat. And then this was, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous color. I mean, it's like gazing into the sky. It's so shimmery. So she gifted me this beautiful gift of organza like fabric, and it had this wonderful little string around it, and inside is just a mound of vintage buttons and bling and flat back pearls, and look, little double hearts. There's several of these. I love it. It's like a treasure box. So this was such a generous gift, and I do not have a button collection of any kind. I mean, look at that one. I love it. I could sit and putz with these for several minutes just looking at them. So I'm so excited to own these. I love this one. It's got like velvet. It's a velvet covered button. They're just all so, so pretty. Look at this one. They're really pretty. Forgive me if my dog gets noisy. People are walking outside. It's kind of after dinner time. I think people are going for a walk. But anyway, there are the beautiful buttons and the beautiful fabric. And then in here there was a pile of just a couple layers of fabric. And inside the fabric, like this is faux, I think it's faux snake skin, but inside there was this sweet, sweet little notebook, and it was tied. And then there was this, you guys, it's a little grungy, shabby tag, but it's got my name on it. I love that. She stamped the letters of my name, and then she's put the vintage buttons and the inked edges to give it that real vintage look, and then more of the silk and a little fabric flower. And then on the back it's on some just a tag with a strip of fabric where she stamped some feather images, and then the little tag has more of that raw edged silk. Super pretty. So that was pretty. I'm going to save this one to go with the journal. But then she also wrapped, I love this fabric. It's so rich. It's definitely going to go in one of my Enchanted Forest journals, or maybe in a gypsy journal. But it's got like that paisley kind of tapestry print. So I love that. And inside was this beautiful shabby tag. And it's got several pockets on the front where she's stored the tags. But look, there's 1, 2, 3 pockets with the flat backs and the vintage lace. And then these really beautifully tea-dyed and stained tags that fit down in there. So I thought that was really neat. And then on the back she's got this old world map kind of washi tape. Can you see that? So it's a really creative tag. Thank you, Mary. Your work is beautiful. It really is. It's so creative. And then, if that wasn't enough, one of my all-time favorite things are doilies. Oh, look at the other side of that tapestry fabric. So I can show you these. Look what she gifted me. These are beautiful. There's a linen, fabric linen circle in the middle of this one, and I love the shape of this one. It's a square, and the needlework is fabulous. I'm not sure if that's tatting on the inside, but it's just so pretty, and I'm not sure I'll be able to use these anytime soon because it's hard not to hoard these. They're just so unique. So thank you so much for gifting me these beautiful doilies. I'm not sure if you realized how much I love them and this size, but I really do. And then last but not least, are her journal pages. And she wrapped them in this gorgeous, what is this? Do they call this chenille? It's like those old vintage bedspreads that I'm sure all of our grandmas and moms probably had on their beds and maybe still do. But she, again, had tied it in this beautiful raw edge silk with this really beautiful creamy color. And I just love this piece of fabric. And inside there are these gorgeous pages for my journal. And again, I just can't say enough about how happy I am that you guys crafted them in your own style. It is just so special. And I'll remember you more because I'll remember your style when I go through the journal. And look at the trim on here. I'll try to keep the glare down, but this vintage trim is so delicate and gorgeous. And I love how you put the little pop of black because it helps the colors show up. And then the raw edges of this beautiful fabric. It feels like maybe rayon. I don't know. It's just sort of like cheesecloth, but not. And then there's a beautiful shabby fabric flower here with a flat back pearl. And then a really pretty dangle with trim, more of that beautiful trim. And some of the raw edged fabric. And then look at these tassels. They're so pretty. I just love this. And then there's layers of lace on the edges here. And there's nothing more you can say about the image. It's just beautiful. It's this sweet, pretty angel. And it looks like a true vintage black and white photo. I don't know how you got that surface on there, but it's just gorgeous. I'm sorry for the glare. And then you open up and there's this little flip here of layers of lace and chiffon fabric. And then there's a fun, I just love these little snippets of rough fabric. And this flips up and there's this beautiful tablet of inked paper, and it's tea dyed, and it's got the feather stamp on it, and it's got the rough edges, and it's all for journaling, and it's super pretty. I'm gonna really enjoy writing in this. I just love how you treated the edges. And then underneath there's some more. It's backed on that same really nice paper, tea-dyed paper, and then it's got a really pretty lace pocket here. So some of the really pretty things she made I could even tuck in there. Isn't that neat? That is so cool. So there's that side, and then this side she did hand stitching on the envelope. I love that. It's just so cool. And then she did some ruching with this really nice cotton fabric, and she stuck these little vintage stick pins in here, and they're you can't really tell, but they're kind of irregular. They're not perfect circles. They're like mother of pearl. So I'm gonna pretend I have real pearls here. They're just gorgeous. Thank you, Mary. And then she made this little cluster of mini faux envelopes, and she's inked around them, and I'm sure they can work as a tuck spot. And then it opens up and there's more writing paper, another beautiful shabby flower with a vintage button inside, and then more of the tattered paper that's inked, and then this backing here you can write on too. So I really am going to use these pages. I think they're beautiful. I just love that you did some hand stitching too. So this is gorgeous. And then on the back she's got this beautiful lace, more of the raw edged fabric and the black trim. And then this little faux envelope again with the hand stitching and a little collage of lace and fabric. And I just love how you have the loose strings. This is really fun to look at. Look at, there's more of that gorgeous trim. Mary, you did so much. Thank you. And then there's this little notebook that I've been holding out. I want to show it to you though. It's really sweet. There's the little strips of fabric, and on the end of each one she's got these pretty little heart charms, and they're on each one. And then the cover is the tea-dyed paper, the little embellishment here, and the feathers, and a little collage of envelopes. She's got a little dangle on the spine with black lace, and then it opens and there's just more paper for journaling, and it feels really cool. It's old and rough and rustic, some lined card, and even some parchment paper, which I'm very fond of. There's a little fabric tab, more pages to journal on, and more of the card. I love this little notebook. This is a fun one to imagine as you write. And there's the last page with another vintage button, more of the tea-dyed paper, and the other end of the tie there. And then it just ties up, and I can tuck that into my journal. So Mary Johnson, you have done above and beyond, and I'm very grateful. Mary's YouTube channel is Mary Tid Bits from the Attic, and even though I don't think she's putting up videos right now, it would be nice if you wanted to just go over and subscribe. Maybe you've already known of Mary, but I'm really glad to get to know you and extremely excited to have these beautiful pages in my journal. So thank you so much for participating. I do know that Mary Hill has sent me an entry, and so I'll be looking forward to doing her video soon. Again, I apologize for the blunder, but it was actually kind of a happy accident because I got to go through all of Mary Johnson's beautiful work again. So I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Thank you for watching. I'll be back again with another challenge entry soon. Everyone have a great day.